know, son, you remind me of a mountain climber. You always want to take one more peek.
Very funny, Dad. That's interesting. Here comes Jesus with some of his disciples, and they're stopping at the well. Boy, they look tired, don't they, Dad?
Yes, they certainly do. Looks like some of the disciples are going off into town to get some food.
Uh-oh. Look who's coming. It's that lady. She's going to be as popular as ants at a picnic.
Hey, look at that. Jesus is speaking to her. Doesn't he know that a man and woman don't speak in public, especially when they're strangers?
And especially if you're a Jew and she is a Samaritan.
Woman looks surprised and curious. Hey, he's asked her for a drink of water.
No wonder she's surprised. Jewish men aren't allowed to drink from the same container as a Samaritan woman.
I'm sure Jesus knows that, and it looks as if he wants to talk to her for some special reason.
Hey, say, old chap, how's business?
Slow. Alms for the poor. Alms help a poor blind man.
I say, did you hear the latest news from the well, old chap?
Well?
Yes, I am well, thank you. How are you?
No, I meant, what about the well? What happened?
Oh, I say, you should have seen what I saw.
I tell you this, I'd like to see anything.
Yes. Anyway, let me finish. You should have seen this lady's face when Jesus told her about all of her wrongdoing. But then, he forgave her. The remarkable thing is, not only her, but many of the Samaritans in the village have believed, and they too have been forgiven.
Amazing. Hey, wait a minute. If they have all been forgiven, and if they start to live like Jesus and be kind to poor people,
I say, and blind people,
that means they'll be giving more money to people like us. Alms for the poor! Alms for the poor!
Hey lady, let me ask you a question. I am hearing about this water that lasts forever. I will be rich. All that water I can sell in the desert. Now tell me, what exactly happened yesterday?
I will tell you exactly what happened.
That is good.
The man comes up to me and starts to talk about water. Then he says, anyone who drinks the water I give him will never be thirsty again.
Well, where did you get this water?
Well, I said, give me this water at once. I will never have to come back to the well again. Then he said, woman, go get your husband and come back here.
So your husband has the water, huh?
Well, that was embarrassing. Jesus said to me, you have had 5 husbands, and the guy you are living with is not your husband.
I bet you got a shock, huh?
A shock? When he said that he was the Christ, the Messiah, I went and told all the people in the village.
So what happened then?
Many people in the village turned from their sin and trusted in Jesus.
Okay, now, but what about the water?
You still do not understand, do you? Jesus is the living water.
Oh, so now I understand. He has the living water. I will go and see if he will give me some, maybe for me and my camel. Amazing scenes today in Sychar in Samaria. Apparently a group of Galileans have turned the village upside down. We have in the studio a camel driver who was at the scene. Tell us, what exactly happened? Well, I spoke to someone about living water. You see, I want the stuff. I could sell it to all the camel drivers in the desert, and I would be rich. Haven't you got it all wrong, sir? The living water isn't for camels.
So it's for humans. So I'll sell it to all the people in the desert, and I'll still be rich.
You don't seem to understand, sir. I believe it's been reported you cannot see this living water.
So what good is this water if you cannot see it? I just don't get it. I think I'm still confused.
Apparently, as we've seen with the camel driver, there still seems to be a lot of confusion about the subject today of living water.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For another evening in the laboratory of Professor Ziggy Von Noodle. Today, buddy, I heard that you can get living water. Now, if we can invent it for ourselves, we will be very rich. I could buy you a new cage for starters. And I thought to myself, I could go on holidays and not worry about water for the body. No, I have an experiment here. I am going to make, with these magic pills here in the container, some living water. Are you ready, buddy? Good, Dodo. Okay, in we go. And my goodness, oh no, oh no, oh, what's going on? Oh, something has gone wrong with it. Oh no, oh, the experiment has gone wrong. Maybe we should go back to the creator's instructions and see exactly what was meant by the living water. It seems the experiment has failed miserably. A good night from Professor Ziggy Von Noodle. I would like a Big Mac. Yeah, and some French fries.
Yeah, and a chocolate sundae.
And you will all get a big stomachache. Don't you guys think of anything besides food?
Oh, we just love food. Yeah, except when Sam cooks it.
Yeah, then everyone's off to McDonald's.
You boys are so silly and rude.
You boys are so silly and rude.
Why don't you boys just grow up?
I'm sorry. Oh, but I do grow up. Every time I eat a Big Mac.
Oh, okay, guys, let's not hassle Sam anymore.
You lot should have listened to the story about the lady at the well.
There's one thing I don't get about that. That was that living water stuff.
It's like you and your hamburgers.
What do you mean?
If you had a hamburger, how long would it last?
Last in 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, Jesus was talking about being thirsty for God. When we believe in him, it lasts forever and ever.
I wish I had a Big Mac that lasts forever and ever.
Hey, let's go to McDonald's now.
Okay, guys. Bye,
Okay,
everybody.
bye.
Tiny, I was going to ask you what you thought of that story today.
I didn't understand something.
Let me guess. Oh, I reckon you wouldn't have understood the bit about the living water.
Yeah, how come? Everyone gets thirsty.
Well, everyone gets thirsty. The trouble is, what Jesus was trying to show that lady, some people get thirsty for the wrong things in life. Not just water, but they want things and things and things, and they don't really want God in their life. And they're thirsty for wrong things. Do you understand that?
Sort of.
Okay, well, let me give you an example. Where do you like to eat?
At home.
And if you're out, where do you like to eat?
McDonald's.
And if you're not at McDonald's?
Pizza Hut.
Yeah. And some boys and girls, they pester their mum, I want to go to McDonald's, or Pizza Hut, or somewhere like that. And when they're down the town...
Can I have an ice cream?
Yeah, just like that. Or...
Reebok pumps.
Reebok pumps. Some kids can't stay away from the sports shop or the surf shop, and they want expensive clothes and all that sort of thing. And that's all they think about in life, instead of really thinking about God. You see, when that lady had a little talk with Jesus, he said to her, "Lady, God needs people who will worship him, honour him, obey him, trust him, believe in him, and follow him." And that day, that lady did just that. So inside her heart and life, she wasn't feeling empty and thirsty for something that she didn't know what it was.
So it was God.
Yeah, she was thirsty for God, but she didn't know it. And when she met Jesus, then she wasn't thirsty anymore. But she still had to go back to the well.
Yeah, for water.
Yep, you're right. Okay?
Okay. Jono said, my friends and I have the same problem. We always want more things all the time. Like lollies and shoes and shirts and... He says we're always thirsty for new things. He said we should always be thirsty for God. He said, all my things will eventually wear out, but God doesn't wear out. Maybe he's right. We should want God first and everything else last.